we want to talk to you about the earth element, digestion, your stomach and spleen health.
Hello, my name is Chris Shelton.
Hello, and I'm Parisa Shelton.
And thank you for joining us here live at the Morning Crane Healing Arts Center in downtown Burbank in Los Angeles, California. We also have a clinic in San Jose with an affiliate up there and also in the Pacific Northwest. So it's so important to take good care of our digestion. You know, they say that the area where the stomach lies in Chinese medicine, which is a central area here, they call the Qi thoroughfare. Why is that? Because the food has to enter into the stomach, it has to be assimilated, what they say is rotten and ripened, transferred to the spleen where it's then transformed and transported up to the chest to be made into blood. So all the other organs function is based upon how well your stomach is functioning.
So it's true, you are what you eat.
You definitely are what you eat, that's for sure. So certain tips that we'd like to give, and this also helps for our immune health, it helps for our overall longevity, is first and foremost, don't stress while you're eating.
Oh, so when you're eating, be relaxed and calm.
Yeah, no heated discussions at the dinner table, not having the news on, especially if there's something negative going on the news. Those types of things actually will disrupt your digestion. And actually, it's been proven that if you are paying attention to watching something on TV while you're eating, that, and especially if there's something that's more exciting, you actually will eat more and you'll eat a lot faster. So which will also affect your digestion as well too.
So slow down and pay attention when you're eating.
So as we head out of summer and start to head into the fall months or the Indian summer months, this is where the stomach and spleen is most prone to disease. And so this is where we see certain foods in our farmers market like pumpkins and gourds start to come into fruition more. And the reason why is because those foods in particularly help to strengthen the stomach and spleen. And guess what? If that happens, then that actually helps to prepare us as we get into the winter months where the cold and flu season starts to kick in.
Oh, so by preparing your stomach in the Indian summer months, then you're more immune during the fall and winter months?
Yeah, so if you pay attention to the food, fruits and vegetables that's at your farmer's market, depending on where you live in the world, that's what you should be eating because that's what's necessary for your body during that time of the year. You know, during the fall months, we should probably not be eating watermelon anymore. That should not be in season, especially seedless watermelon. So what's going on with that?
I like the seeds.
I like the seeds. So anyway, so when we're looking at digestive health, let's look at, as we go into the fall months, what can we do? We've got to be mindful while we're eating, watch what it is that we're eating, going for a walk after eating as well too. Not necessarily having to exercise, but going for a walk afterwards. Also having probiotics in your diet too, like kimchi and sauerkraut is also really good, and you don't have to go in excess. Some people enjoy having a small shot of apple cider vinegar. That's not my fave, but I'll do it, but it's not my fave.
What about the time of when you eat? Timing, that's important, right?
Timing is also important too. So throughout the day in Chinese medicine, different organs are functioning more so during certain hours of the day. And guess what? Your stomach and spleen are most active between the window of 7 a.m. and 11 a.m. So what does that mean? Your biggest meal of the day should actually be breakfast. And you actually derive most of your nutrients at breakfast. But also, if you're somebody who eats late at night, guess what? That will affect your digestion. And that's also something that could cause you to stay awake. So it is a contributing factor to insomnia for certain people as well too. So set yourself a curfew, 6 or 7 p.m. if possible, and make sure that, again, while you're eating, you're sitting down, you're calm, and you're eating things that are nutritious for you.
So after 7 p.m., after dinner, zip the lips.
Zip the lips, yeah. Yeah. As far as Qigong practices go, one of my favorite practices for helping with the digestive system, because when we look at the digestive system itself, we're looking at the stomach, we're looking at the large and small intestines, then we look at the gallbladder and the urinary bladder as well too. People say, well, why the urinary bladder? Well, guess what? That urinary bladder and the intestines, it helps to separate the pure food from the impure. So even though we do the assimilation process inside of our stomachs, then guess what? Some of that pure food actually will be accidentally released into the intestines and the bladder. But the bladder, our body's so intelligent that it's like, oh, wait a second, this is good stuff, man. We need to recircle it back up to the chest, help further make blood and fluids for the body. The impure stuff comes out as urine or feces, and that's the the toxic stuff that we want to get out. Oh, and one
Wow,
more thing.
That's so
We
incredible.
want to make sure that we're having a bowel movement with every meal or soon after.
Every meal?
Well, after you eat, it should be like a train. So if you have 3 meals a day, guess what? You should be having 3 bowel movements a day.
Oh man, I thought I was doing good with 1 a day.
Nope. I mean, some people don't go for days on end. I would die personally, but
Oh my gosh.
but yeah, but also your elimination tells us what's going on with the stomach. Oh, guess what else will tell us what's going on in the stomach?
Tell us.
Your breath.
Ooh.
Bad breath? Yes, if you're not flossing, brushing your teeth. In fact, we just had a conversation with your mom about flossing your teeth. How funny is that?
I'm a grown woman. She's still telling me to brush my teeth.
Telling you to floss and use that water pick. Yes, flossing and brushing your teeth is very important, but if you have chronic bad breath, we have to look at what you're putting into your stomach. That also could be a warning sign of other potential diseases as well too. So let's pay attention to what we're putting in our stomachs. And if you do have bad breath, then I would suggest going to see your local acupuncturist. Try practicing some of these Qigong practices like massaging the yang organs, the spleen cleansing exercise, or the spleen healing sound.
Shall we go through those 3?
Yeah,
for
let's
demo?
go through for real
Okay,
quick for
let's
demo
do
6.
it.
One of the easiest Qigong practices to do, and it's really great for digestion. You can do this from a seated position. You do it as we are standing. Also, you can walk and do this practice, and that's called massaging the yang organs. And all that's going to happen is from our Wu Chi posture, we're just going to unlock those knees, have the toes pointed straight ahead, tucking that sacrum underneath and pressing back to Ming Men. And then what's going to happen is that we're going to inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. Tip of the tongue gently curled to the roof of the mouth behind the teeth, as if saying the letter N. And if you want to make this into a mindfulness practice, obviously walking, you won't close your eyes. At least I don't have that kind of skill set yet. Maybe if I become more evolved, I'll be able to walk with my eyes closed. Okay, so anyways, we're going to bring the hands up as we inhale. Imagine golden light coming up into the abdominal cavity, the stomach, the gallbladder, the intestines. As we exhale, we're going to imagine any toxicity, stomach upset, releasing from those organs like a dark cloud, going several feet away from the body and down deep into the ground. Okay? Very simple practice. You could even slow it down if you wanted to. So you could inhale, exhale. And then from there, you could do this 36 times, do it for 5 minutes, do it longer, whatever feels good for you. And then from here, we're going to slow down, coming to an end, and pulling down the heavens 1 time. Inhale, and exhale.
For the spleen cleansing exercise, you're going to extend your fingers and imagine the fingers are like long, hollow straws, as if you're connecting with the earth below, drawing the earth energy through the straws of the fingers into the belly. And then we bring the index and the thumb together, gaze through the diamond in between the fingers, and we're going to pivot side and center and other side and center, connecting with your spleen, stomach, and pancreas. Any emotions of worry, anxiety, any habit patterns of overthinking, over-intellectualizing, simply observe, notice, and then allow for this movement, this moment to unravel, release, letting go a little bit more, a little bit deeper, drawing forth peace of mind, balance, harmony, and ease, finding the ease within the effort, feeling yourself in a more calm and relaxed state of being, coming to the center, nice and tall, pushing down, relax the shoulders. 1 time, pull down heavens, inhale, and exhale.
Wow, that felt really great. So this last spleen cleansing exercise is called the spleen healing sound, and the healing sound for the spleen is whoo. Kind of like you have an upset stomach. What do you kind of moan? Like you're like, oh, I got an upset
Or like an
stomach.
owl?
Yeah. Oh, not like an owl. No. Or like if you have an upset something, like you eat too many chimichangas, some chorizo. Anyways,
Okay.
I'm taking for myself.
Okay.
Okay, so anyways, so what you're going to do is you stand from the Wu Ji posture, or you place your hands on the left side of the body, and on the camera it may seem like it's opposite, like it's the right side, but the left side of the body is where your spleen is located. And as you inhale, you're going to imagine a yellow cloud canary yellow cloud filling up into the spleen. And as you exhale, making the whoo sound, I want you to focus on something that creates worry or anxiety for you. Because guess what? Worry, too much thinking, over-intellectualizing, and anxiety also will disrupt your stomach and functioning of the stomach and the spleen. So go to inhale. In. And last one audibly. And then underneath your breath, inhaling. And as we let go of the worry and the anxiety, then the positive virtue of peace of mind and serenity come in. Takes the place of the worry. And let's do one last breath. And then pulling down the heavens one time.
Wow. So relaxed.
Feels pretty good, right?
Oh my gosh, amazing.
Yeah. Once again, what goes into your stomach is of utmost importance because the rest of your body flourishes when you're eating the right foods that are designed for you. And so these fad diets, you have to listen to what your body wants. You know, some people could have the vegetarian, some people could be vegan, some people could have the carnivore diet, but listen to your body. If you switch your diet around because you think it's eating healthier, but you're starting to notice things like depression, maybe menstrual clotting more or menstrual cramps, moodiness, any type of symptoms like that, then really take a look. Is that specific diet plan essential for you? Generally here at Morning Crane, we recommend that people eat warm food or room temperature, blanch your vegetables, and then making sure they're eating lots of vegetables. We do eat a fair amount of protein, but the protein is not our primary source in our diet. And if you're somebody who's interested in having a consultation about your diet and or if you have any health issues, and especially any digestive issues, please reach out and contact us.
If you enjoyed the practices that we shared with you today, you can also get a copy of Chris's book, Chris Shelton's Easy Guide to Emotional Well-Being with Qigong. We have about 200 copies left that we're giving away for free. We just ask that you pay the shipping, so we'll drop that link in the description below. Get your free book while supplies last.
Okay, so how do we spell love?
Ready? All together now.
L-O-V-E. Love.
And we will see you later.